Hello everybody, this is Coach Alamo and I'd like to introduce our new highlighted finger cursor. But today what I wanted to go over was our youth preseason training camp. And this is for our members only, and it's going to be what I consider the most important training program I have ever offered for youth players. It's very special. It's going to be for ages 7 through 13 and it's 8 weeks long. I call it the ultimate edge for the spring season. Right now we're in a time between the fall season that just ended and the spring season, which is a couple months away, and it is the most important time for players to master and learn everything we are going to teach them, and also to undo a lot of bad habits that were created in the fall and in past years to be able to play at their highest level. And the big misconception is that players can train 2, 3, 4 weeks right before their season, or maybe right when the season starts, and be successful in their season. And it doesn't work that way. When players are getting ready to face live game pitching and their actual live game play, that's when they need to just react and need to see the ball and hit the ball. They don't need to be thinking about mechanical processes. Now during the spring season there's a lot of game techniques that we will work with the players and approach and make sure that their swing and their mechanics, whether they're throwing or they're hitting, stay in line with where they should be. But for the most part everything needs to be done before the spring season. So once they get right into the season they're very prepared, and all they have to do is react to the game situation, and that's when their confidence is going to be the highest. So right now, I can't stress this enough in the video, is when everybody should be training before, with proper months in between their spring season. And as you see here, we're going to be going into multiple facets, many different areas: fielding, hitting, pitching, depending on if your player is kid pitch or if they're coach pitch. We'll be going into a lot of defense, arm strength, and arm care from their defensive positions. If they're pitching, especially if they're new to pitching, we're going to be going through a lot of different techniques and some arm care exercises that make sure that when they're starting their season, their arm is their healthiest it can be, and they're also doing the right things with their body. The next bullet point you'll see there is live game techniques, and I talked a little bit about that on the previous slide, but we're also going to be doing a lot of live game techniques to make sure they are ready when the spring season starts. And a lot of players, whether they admit it or not, think about the game a little bit differently, and they have a lot of pressure situations. And what's important to understand for coaches and parents is it's perceived pressure. You know, a 7-year-old hitting that's nervous with a man at second with 2 strikes and that's thinking about the wrong things is pressure for that player. Same thing with the 13-year-old who walks to first player and they start thinking they have to throw more strikes, or they're going to be replaced, or they may not play. There's a lot of things that go in that. And through our live game techniques and mental game training, we can help youth players really have a lot more confidence and be successful in those game situations. But it's important that all these things are learned, like I said before the season ever gets here. And as you see here, we're limiting it to the first 10 players. I will be working with all of these players personally, and I can only take 10 at this time. It's going to be 8 weeks long, an hour and a half every Saturday. Now, if you're on my website, you will see all of our dates listed there. I know my videos get posted all over the internet, so if you were seeing this from another website, you can see the rest of the information on thealamoacademy.com, thealamoacademy.com. And as we go through here, we talked about the training misconceptions. It's important that now is the time to train for your player to really be successful. We want them to be the most prepared player in the league, the most prepared player on their team. So as you see here, it's an 8-week session, once a week every Saturday for 8 weeks, and I try to keep the cost as low as possible for our members, since they are learning and they're going to be integrating a lot of the things they learn on one-on-one lessons. The cost is $175. Now, my guarantee is that your player is going to be the most confident they have ever been. They're going to probably have learned more in this 8-week session than they have ever learned before. But more importantly, they're practicing the proper repetitions with us, and they're hearing a lot of the mental game and the arm care techniques we're going to be teaching them. And you can sign up today online. If you're on my website, you'll see the Add to Cart button, or you can call us at 361-852-2287 and talk to Carmen. She'll give you any additional information you may need. Last year, we ran this program with our high school players, and it sold out within days. This is the first time we're going to be offering it to our youth players and parents. If you still see the Add to Cart button, we still have some room left. Our website is updated daily. You'll never see old information on our website. It's always updated. So if you see the Add to Cart button, you can register online and reserve your spot, or you can call us at that number you see there on the website, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.